Hello, my friends, and welcome to Ask the Expert. It's so fun to do this in the group. And I'm going to start doing this with a number of our group members who have really yummy programs that they've put together. And I want you to hear about it because I think it's so important that we know what the other members in our group are doing. And today is going to be really fun because I just ran a class called the Heart-Based Profitability Program, and many of you were in it. And that's why I'm doing these little Ask the Expert excerpts to let you know what they are doing, because they're each and every one of them are so powerful. And I think you're going to love it when you hear what it is that they're doing. And you might even want to become a part of what they're doing, which would be really fun for you. So today, we are going to talk about zooming into success. And we all know what it's like nowadays because that's really all we have right now is Zoom. Would you agree? I mean, that's how we teach our classes. That's how we meet our new business clients. That's how we let everybody know what it is we're doing. So it's really exciting that we have this platform. And I'm actually using StreamYard, just so you know. I'm not using Zoom. StreamYard is what I use for my platform for shows. And I use it for the Heart-Based Business Show on Wednesdays also. It's phenomenal. And right now we are airing in 3 places. We are on my Facebook business page, we're in the group, and we're also airing or broadcasting, I should say, on YouTube at the same time. So it's a pretty cool little platform. So that's our techie part of getting techie stuff done, which is what our guest today is all about. So hang on just 1 minute. Let me do my little intro here, and then I'll be right back with you. And welcome back. I'm so glad you're here with me and that you have an opportunity to hear what we are about to share. And I want to thank Cynthia Berry for being here with us. She says, yay, Barbara. She is phenomenal as well, and she will be on here too. So we hope that you will join us whenever you possibly can so that you can learn about what the other members in our group are doing in the Authors and Speakers Visibility Playground. So without waiting any longer, I want to bring Barbara Berry onto the show. She is our tech expert in the group, and she does amazing things, and we will get into that. So Barbara, welcome to Ask the Expert. I'm really delighted that you're here today and that you are having an opportunity to share what you know. So Barbara, tell us a little bit about what you're doing. I know you did your 5-day challenge. So many people in the group know about that. So talk to us a little bit about what you learned just from that experience.
Wow. Number one, following the structure, there are a million steps. that's what it felt like. But with your guidance, especially, and following the templates from the program that we took, putting all the pieces together, putting my branding, my meeting times, all the stuff that I was doing into that. There were so many emails to send and so many things. And then each day I got to create a new video with a new PowerPoint and, okay, here's what we're learning today. We're going to build on we're building on day 1. And so I want you to add your day 2 answer and your day 3 answer, bring them all together, carry it forward. So at the end of the 5 days, we had the script or outline for our 2-minute teachable talk. And then the challenge was, okay, now make a video. And it was so exciting to see what people were doing. Oh my gosh. It's like when you see someone learn to read or learn to ride a bike. That moment of takeoff is so exciting and rewarding for all of the work that I had put into it, and for all of the work that each person put into it.
And it's not quick and easy, is it?
Oh.
Not at all. It's not quick and easy. Those of us who have done 5-day challenges know how intense that is. That's just wow.
Yes. It was a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, not just on the part of the people who are participating, but the things that I had to put into it to say, okay, what do they really need? So it was wonderful.
I've got this fabulous little testimonial. I'm going to just read a little excerpt out of it. It said, my favorite benefit is I'm no longer threatened with making and posting a short video commercial, a marketing tool which is current and effective. Barb shared the best template, call to action. So that's quite a compliment to receive something like that from one of your students. Awesome.
Who is a very established businesswoman in sales area.
Yes.
I was very flattered.
Yes, and that was from Deborah A. Zola. And yes, she really enjoyed what she did in your 5-day challenge. And then people moved from your 5-day challenge into your new course, which you just created, right?
Yes.
It's your baby test.
It's my new baby.
Yes, so exciting. So tell us about that. What do you think is the primary benefit of taking your course?
Well, there are actually 3 biggest benefits of how you can grow your business, as well as develop your relationships. But establishing Zoom as a very important team asset, because right now it is the hottest software in the market. It was recently rated. I was reading from a Zoom email that they were up with Microsoft and Cisco for third quarter companies that respond to the needs. So they had security issues back in the spring, and they figured things out, made everything more secure for us.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So that it's reliable and it's easy to use. And then what would be the benefit to your business of creating a positive impact in every Zoom meeting, that you don't feel shy, like you need to hide in the back corner?
Exactly.
And while you are claiming your voice, develop that powerful leadership presence that you know how to do. You're an expert in your field, whether it's coaching or finance or whatever it is. Own your expertise and stand up for it. No more cowering in the corner.
And no more. You can't have a business if you don't know how to run Zoom now. And I've been teaching this for over 4 years, to start staying at home and work from home. And then I thought, oh my gosh, look what's happened. It's just verified everything that I've been teaching for so long. And now you've come along and you're showing people how to utilize Zoom. So talk to us about what people are learning in your class.
Well, number one, downloading the program, because what is seen as a drawback to the program is it's not entirely web-based. You do have to have a version on your computer. And I had to duke it out myself, trying to download the latest version, and it said, my computer came back and said, you don't have permission for this. What do you mean? I'm the administrator. I'm the techie person. So I said, the heck with it. I uninstalled the program and then I downloaded the new one. That worked. So learning how to do that, and I had to help several people in the first meeting to do that. Privacy tips. My gosh. So what happens if you leave your camera on and you have a background, somebody is walking behind you, there's motion, maybe they're saying things or whatever. You don't want people seeing that much into your home, your private space. Virtual backgrounds are another thing that we can use to disguise what's in the background. I know I'm fortunate. I have a plain wall and I have a plant, and the lighting. That's another thing. Zoom etiquette. Networking meeting, people come together and everybody's talking at once. You get that happening on a Zoom call and just mute everybody. But yielding to others and where to place the camera so that your face isn't this close.
So we're not showing every wrinkle.
Oh my goodness. And things of that nature that are essential. Now, what do people get as side benefits? They get my 20 some years of teaching computer skills to 2,000 students and a bunch of adults as well. Skills like taking screenshots. So the assignment this week is to play with some of those special effects and take screenshots. You're not taking video yet. Just take screenshots. What's a screenshot and how do I do it?
Exactly. See, and that's what people, they think that if it's a beginner Zoom class, they think, oh, I know all that. But I know I was listening to Barbara Ingracia yesterday on our mastermind, our business referral mastermind. And she was saying that she was in your first class and Barbara's been working with me on Zoom for years. And you taught her things she didn't know yesterday. I thought that was pretty amazing that she was mentioning that.
Yes. And that happens all the time. And I'm always learning things. A lot of it is serendipitous. A lot of it is, oh, I hit this key combination. Oh, I just discovered something. But other computer skills like finding your video files or finding the chat file, finding your files, organizing them, and managing them. So this is the kind of thing that I taught my students in the classroom, to always put your file in the folder that has your name and the project. And
but you don't have to teach now. We just want to know what's in it.
What's in it? Yeah. Okay. And I also following your example of why do we do these things, I decided to add a reflection piece. So in a Word document, record things like what was the setting that made you look most professional? What were the settings that made you feel, that you wanted to totally goof on your friends in a Zoom meeting? That do some of that stuff. So why do these things? And then you can track your progress. So as you go along, you go back to, oh yeah, the best setting was not mirror image, but compensate for low lighting or something like that. And then we're setting up Zoom with particular microphone and speakers. If it's not the default in the system, then, oh, I have a special microphone. What do I do with it? Or I have AirPods. We're going to work with that specifically. What's the chat file all about? And what can I do with it? and essential meetings, meeting controls. Your background and lighting should be professional. You should appear professional if you're in a professional meeting. How would you show up for a networking or a teaching? So you do the hair, you do the makeup, the jewelry, the clothing. But gentlemen, forget the makeup.
Well, they still have to do the clear powder so that they don't have a major
No
shine
shine. Right, right. Yes,
if they
yes.
want to look professional. Otherwise, they
Absolutely.
can kind of just show up. Have you ever noticed that? They don't make any effort really to look that professional. I find that very interesting. They'll just wear a
Mhm.
crummy t-shirt or an open collar with a, that's kind of just sloppy and what. And
Mhm.
I think that we really have to make an impact by wearing what the professional level where we are, because now you are becoming a leader in the industry. And
Yes.
you were before, but not in this particular genre. And now we always have to look our very, very best so that people can see, because they only get a little bit of time with us, right? And
Exactly.
your class is all about looking professional on Zoom, how to run a class on Zoom and be professional. And,
Mhm.
I've been working with it ever since it first came out. And I still have challenges with the breakout rooms. That's kind of my worst nightmare. Okay, we're going to do breakout. Oh my God. Okay, I got to figure this out. And you're trying to
Yes,
teach at the same time you're trying to figure out your breakout room. So
exactly.
if you know this stuff and you take the class that Barbara's offering, then you won't have that underlying anxiety when you're trying to run the program, because it's so much more important that you know what you're going to say, you know how to do your PowerPoint or whatever it is that you need to
Mhm,
do.
mhm.
Am I still in the picture when there's a PowerPoint? Am I this? Am I that? These are the questions
Yes,
that Barbara answers for you. And that's what I love
yes,
about her
yes.
class.
One of the things, actually, now that you mention it, um, a good analogy for this is when you first learned to drive the car, it was kind of nerve wracking because you had to do these motions, and especially if you had a manual shift, you had to do all of these things at the same time and be aware of your surroundings and all of that. Um, After a while, it got to be, oh, and this is how I drive. And then you can also have a conversation with the other person in the car, or maybe listen to the radio or something. So what I'm trying to do is help people practice, practice, practice until these skills are automatic. And then, oh, okay, so now I can have a conversation with the person that I'm meeting with, or with this wonderful group of people that I'm meeting with. Um, so for me, one of the biggest challenges was being in front of the camera. Uh, it's easy to be behind the camera, but record yourself, get practice, record again, record again. Oh, I didn't like that. I paused too much in between, or got tongue tied. And am I going to drop that out, or am I going to just be authentic and chuckle about it and move on? When people see you being authentic and vulnerable
Yeah.
and having those mix-ups, getting tongue-tied or whatever, they can relate to you better because you're human. You're not perfect. So that's part of why I have the subtitle of the program, Zooming into Success: Developing Heart-Centered Communication Skills. So I'm making eye contact with the camera. You feel like I'm looking at you. I'm having a conversation with you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Just like uh, characters in TV show or whatever. Um, we'll also deal a bit with using cue cards or outlines. Some people are very natural at just being able to to go on and hit all their points. I am not proficient with that. So I have a few ways of working around it. And then,
And you're going to tell them about that, right? In your
oh,
class.
of course, of
Yeah.
course. This is how I do it. These are some of the things I've tried, and this worked. This didn't work so well, and all of that. And then we're hosting beyond recording a meeting where it's just ourselves, like making our promotional video. Now hosting a meeting, getting the guests' permission to be recorded, and recording the meeting. And then there's the whole issue of scheduling the meeting, sending out the invitation, because what happens if they don't get the invitation? They do what I did last week, scramble around for 10 minutes. Like, it's on my calendar. Where did it come from? I don't know where the link is. And then managing the chat. And then going on to not just hosting and recording, but also sharing your screen. Now, you talked about sharing a PowerPoint. That is something that is profoundly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Able to give your presentation in a way similar to if you were in front of a live audience and here's your screen. So you can share that screen. You can, and it doesn't have to be just a PowerPoint. It could be a video. And then managing your chat file so that you can, if you're in a networking meeting, you get contact information for the people that you talked with. So putting that information immediately into your customer relationship management system, or however you keep track of things. So then it's easy to follow up and engage with a new potential client.
Now, you had your first class already, and you're still taking students, are you not?
I am. Yes.
Okay, good. Because, we don't know, maybe somebody who's listening will want to become a part of this. And the best way to connect with you, I put this up just a second ago, is to the connectwithbarbara.com. Because this class is so new and she's doing it very inexpensively because it's a beta class. So you might want to get in on this class. It's very important that you learn the basics of Zoom, because if you just go into her advanced class and then she's sitting there saying, well, we learned that in the first class, then you're kind of out of luck, right? So you don't want to miss out on, if you want the advanced class, you got to take the first class, because it's so much more than what you realize. Yes, Barbara?
Oh gosh, yes, absolutely. I was talking with one of the women who joined the class, and I said, do you know, you can actually share your iPhone screen. 2 years or so ago, I did a beta test of teaching an iPhone course using Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, you see what my screen looks like? If you have to teach someone how to use an app for your business, what's better? Share your screen, tap on this, sweep this way, off you go.
Easy. And sometimes it's really strange because we can't get the sound on Zoom, right? And then we have to do double duty. I've had to do that a lot, because if my internet is not strong enough to do video and sound, then I have to make adjustments. And that's part of what you teach as well, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and we have to make adjustments quickly. It's not like you can just futz around when you're trying to teach a class or do an interview like this or something like that. You have to know quickly what to do to resolve your problem if you have one. And
Yes.
I think that knowing how to work with Zoom to resolve those problems, just like you were saying yesterday, people came in, they had Zoom on their system, but it wasn't the updated Zoom. So you had to actually teach them how to update their system, which also taught them how to update the system of their clients in the future, correct?
Yes, 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 absolutely. So things that you learn in this course, you can teach to people that you want to Zoom meet with. So yeah, it's a very powerful foundation. And as I said, like driving a car, you get used to doing the basics, keep doing them, keep doing them, keep doing
Yeah.
until you can do them in your sleep, right?
That's what I had to do too. I just had to keep at it, just constantly keep at it in order to, because I wanted to back away. I was like, I don't want to do this. But I realized that in order for my business to thrive and succeed, I had to learn how to do this. It's imperative that we and not think that I knew it all, because I definitely didn't know it all. There's so much to know about Zoom. It's quite surprising, actually.
Yes, yes. So we're constantly learning, and if we're able to laugh at ourselves as we learn. Like one time when I was teaching Excel in high school classroom, and I explained how to do this process. I think it was sorting or filtering, and one of the students raised his hand. Mrs. Barry, would you just want to use the button that's at the top of the screen? Well, I laughed so hard for the day, because you saw something I didn't. I was accustomed to doing it the old way, the hard way, and Microsoft had made it simpler. So yes, we need to keep our brains active.
Yes, we do.
Or
We
we'll get
definitely do.
Alzheimer's at this
And if
rate.
we want to make money, we have to move
Oh,
forward
goodness.
and learn how to do these things. It's really,
Exactly.
really important.
Exactly.
So, Barbara, we only have a few minutes more. This goes so fast, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Tell everybody, what did they learn in that first class, so they know, and can they find out what you taught in that first class if they come into the class now?
Oh, absolutely. I have not only all the materials and the PowerPoint, but also the replay of the video in the class. So what I showed, what people said their goals were, and things of that sort. I got it all captured. As they say, it's all in the can.
Good. And you're going to put it into a membership, right? Is that correct?
Yes. Okay. I don't have the structure set up yet, and I don't have an opt-in page. So it's the easiest way to find out more about it is to connect with me, connect with Barbara.com.
And that's what happens with our beta tests. We don't always have an opt-in, and because we're just trying to find out what we're going to put on that opt-in page, unless you have a coach that's helping you along, then you'll know what to put on your opt-in. But if you don't have a coach that's helping you along, it sometimes helps to do that first class before you do your opt-in. And I think I taught that in the class too, didn't I?
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, you did. Everything from soup to nuts.
Well, Barbara, thanks so much for coming on Ask the Expert this week. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share?
Oh my gosh, I feel so privileged to be here, and working with you, Dr. Shirlene, really is a gift to me. I have made more progress than I've grown by leaps and bounds.
Yes, you have. I can be the first one to say that. It's just amazing. And out of all the people in the class, you are the first one to do your program, which is really, really exciting. That's why you're on Ask the Expert to announce what you're doing. So everybody, I'm going to put that banner up one more time, just so you know how to reach Barbara. If you are going to be doing interviews or events or teach classes, you really need to jump into Barbara's Zoom into Success. And I think that you'll really, really make a difference in your business. It'll ramp it up tremendously, because I know that knowing how to use Zoom made a huge difference in my business.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for joining us today. And I look forward to seeing you out in the field and in our classes. So I'll talk to you very soon. And thank you again, Barbara.
Thank you, Dr. Shirlene. Thank you all for being here.